Squirrels can swim underwater. Mostly, you will see it at the zoo, though. A swimming squirrel is not an everyday sight. Unlike frogs and turtles, they cannot breathe underwater. Squirrels need to breathe air as we do. They hold their breath, which animals can't really do, for as long as a minute before resurfacing to breathe again. Among the large rodents, squirrels are pretty decent swimmers. Only beavers and porcupines might beat them in that respect. If you see a swimming squirrel at the zoo, it will probably stay at shallow waters or put one foot up on the edge of the pool before taking it back off again so it can breathe. If they were good swimmers, they wouldn't need to put their feet up on the edge of the pool. They are not so often seen swimming at riverbanks, but beavers might be seen there with some regularity since they build dams and spend a lot of time in or near water. In fact, beavers are very good swimmers and they actually like to swim as opposed to walking on the bottom of the water body. How fast can squirrels swim? Squirrels can swim if they have to, but generally, they try to avoid the water. Their top non-voluntary swimming speed is 11 miles per hour, 18 kilometers per hour. However, their top running speed on land is about 20 miles per hour, 32 kilometers per hour, which means that they can easily outrun most predators in the trees. However, squirrels can't outrun a hungry predator who is already in the tree. This is why a cornered squirrel will sometimes jump into the water to escape from an attacker. If it makes it to land on the other side of the river, then there's no telling what might happen to its aggressor. Can gray squirrels swim? Gray squirrels are pretty good swimmers. Squirrels, in general, love the water and they will swim when necessary to find food or escape predators. If there is a nearby pond or stream, it's even better because they will have more places to explore and hide. They have been seen crossing rivers and swimming from one bank to another. They can swim for a long time too, so if there is a nearby pond, they might just live near it. In some areas where the water is extremely cold, they rarely go in but rather use it as a way to escape predators. In most cases though, gray squirrels will get in the water when they are in distress. If you see one that is half in and half out of the water, there is a possibility that it was chased in by a predator like a cat, dog, or human. Pools with steep sides can also be dangerous for them. There have been cases where gray squirrels have learned to swim in order to get food. They will swim across a nearby river or lake and somehow manage to get the food without getting wet, but this is rare. Can ground squirrels swim? Ground squirrels are not the best swimmers. They do, however, have an adaptation that allows them to float, which enables them to cross small bodies of water without drowning. This adaptation is their fur. If you've ever petted a ground squirrel or seen one up close, it's easy to see that they have what appears to be a lot of furs. This is, in fact, an adaptation that ground squirrels develop to help them survive in various climates around the world. Now that you know how they float, it's important to understand why they need this adaptation at all. It can get pretty hot where ground squirrels live, which means temperatures are often high enough to make the water dangerous for them. If ground squirrels venture into or near bodies of water, they will need some way to stay afloat if the temperatures are dangerously high. That's where their fur comes in handy. When floating on top of the water, the air trapped between hairs keeps them afloat and allows them to breathe. It also keeps them cool. Can baby squirrels swim? This question could be answered with a simple no. Or, yes, they can swim, but only for short periods of time. But as with most things in squirrel land, it's not that simple. It really depends on the baby and the situation. Baby squirrels have been successfully taught to swim, but it's always a good idea to teach them how before they need the skill. A baby squirrel will usually be born in late spring. By midsummer, she should weigh around 1 pound and have her eyes open.